All right, guys, we are here. We are ready to bring you the broadcast. Cassville is wearing white. The Cougars are in black. I'm sorry, Aurora. Aurora is wearing white. This is the Consolation game, Aurora versus College Heights. I am broadcasting from the tower again, and it is a full field away, so it might be a little harder to see the action, but hopefully it's okay. Nelson gets all the way into the box and scores for the Cougars. You can pull up that highlight. Ball sent through. Not sure what held Nelson onside there, but 1-0 College Heights. Back to live action. Clevenger's on the ground tying his shoe, but we are playing. Nelson gets out in front again to challenge. Clevenger steals on the far side. Good tackle by Aurora. Ball played to the middle. Through ball, he's on. He gets into the box. And good tackle by Calandro. Ball harmlessly to Stewart for the save. Back to live action. Stewart punts it away into the midfield. Clevenger tries to read the bounce. Still onside as Hunter plays it to him. Clevenger holds up play. Has time as they're giving him plenty of space. Drops it back to Nelson. Nelson wearing number 20 in black. Nelson receives and maybe got a little lackadaisical there as the Hound Dogs were able to steal. Ball sent up ahead and Calandro again challenged. Calandro was able to make the turn. Sends it right back into the middle. Dahl comes in and steals. Ball loose in the middle. Calandro plays it forward to Haley. Another through ball. And Calandro again challenges. Youngberg takes him out from behind and gets called for the foul. That'll be a free kick for the Hound Dogs. And Youngberg just pushes right through his back. Easy call for the ref. Two-man crew out here on this. Oh no, they do have a three-man crew. I didn't see the third ref initially, but there is three out there. Free kick from about 28 out. Ball sent over the goal and goal kick for the Cougars. Youngberg gets back to take the goal kick, puts it in the middle of the field. Haley gets a touch. Hound Dog steal. Beatty comes over and clears the ball into the middle of the field. Nelson comes over to challenge. And that's Schumacher on the far side. Schumacher's able to win it in turn. Nelson steps in and gets control, sends it across the middle. Hound Dog's into possession. Sent down up ahead. He's onside again, takes the shot, and answers. Tie game. Aurora has consistently beat our back line early on. That's the first one that resulted in a goal. But they are going to have to make a correction to the style of play. And they are going to move Youngberg back to the back line. Nelson starts the restart with a kick back to Dow. Over to Bowman on the far side to Schumacher. Schumacher has room in front. It's carrying back to the middle. Schumacher still on the ball, plays it with his left in and stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Clevenger's there. Hound Dogs on the far side, take it up the line, get through again, send it across the top of the box. Calandra's there to clear. Hound Dog player wins it and plays it to the far side to the corner. Ball sent across the box. Still looks like it was cleared away by the Hound Dogs, but deflected off of a Cougar foot. So corner kick for Aurora. Aurora on the far corner, left-footed kicker sends it in into the box. Clevenger clears. Aurora drops to the back line. Send back in. Schumacher steps in and steals. Back to Schumacher with some time. Plays it through for Nelson. Nelson's going to get there first. Crosses it to Haley. Haley settles. And Aurora's able to come in and disconnect. Dowell comes in to challenge. Dowell wins the challenge and is able to send it back to the middle for Clevenger. Aurora clears. Youngberg's there. Youngberg carries middle. He's looking for a shot. Takes it from 28 and rolls harmlessly to the goal. Punted away by Aurora. Clevenger in the middle of the field has the ball, carrying it to the far side, cuts through. Good move. Gets back to it in the box. 4 guys from Aurora come in to congest the play, and they're able to win it. Ball sent to the far side. Schumacher comes over to challenge. Schumacher working to get position. Nelson steps in and makes the steal, and Schumacher actually drew the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Cougars. Might question that not calling advantage there, but we'll take it. Free kick for the Cougars. Nelson set up to take the kick with his left foot. Call it 32 out. Nelson chips it in. Haley's on the back post, gets a touch. Aurora tries to clear. Schumacher gets the ball, plays it through and deflected back to the keeper. Looks like this is going to be a wide open game. Both teams are already tired from playing one game today. Hound Dogs play it into the middle. Clarendo wins the battle and gets it back to Nelson in the middle of the field. Nelson to Youngberg. Youngberg has time. Tries to play Clevenger through, but Clevenger's off. And that will be a free kick for the Cougars. You can see Clevenger tracked back to get back onside, but then leaked out before the pass was made. Free kick sent in by Aurora to the far side. Youngberg's there to challenge. Aurora gets past and sent into the box. Stewart's there to make the save. Stewart rolls it out to the, or throws it out to the middle where Clevenger is. He sends it wide. Schumacher will track back for it. Schumacher carries into the middle, has room, plays it through, deflected by Aurora. Back to Schumacher, plays it through again off of Dahl. Haley holds up and tracks back to the ball. Haley wins the battle, leaves it for Dahl. Dahl looking for his option. Aurora comes in strong and wins the challenge, and Dahl gets called for the foul. Restart for the Hound Dogs. Deflected away, and Youngberg sends it in. Nelson comes down to battle as Aurora is able to turn it to the near side. Played into the middle. Deflected away by Calandro. Haley's got a chance, gives it to Dahl. Dahl's through. Dahl into the box. Takes the shot and goes wide of the frame. Dahl had time there, takes it with his left and just chips under it. Goal kick for the Hound Dogs. 14 minutes in here to the consolation game of the Greenwood tournament. Aurora lost their game 7-2 to Cassville this morning. College Heights lost theirs to Greenwood 4-2. Aurora again trying to play that through ball. Beatty steals, sends it over to Haley. Haley leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher chips it back into Haley on the run on the far side. Aurora is able to turn on the far side and carry down the line. Good connection pass, but Clevenger steps in and steals. Clevenger takes the shot with his left off the frame. And another goal kick for Aurora. Aurora plays it out of the back. Zach Hunter down to pressure the ball. Sent down the line, out of bounds, throw in for the Cougars. Beatty over there to take the throw in into the middle for Dahl. Gets through to Nelson. Nelson into the box. Takes the shot and sends it over. And another goal kick for Aurora. Plenty of opportunities so far for the Cougars in this 1-1 tied game. It is an adjustment to go from the turf on field 1 to this grass field, natural grass field on field 2, or field 3 is actually what they're playing on. Aurora on the ball. Clevenger's able to win the tackle. Makes a move to get down the line. Looks for his options to send it in. Still on the ball. Clevenger chips it across the box to Nelson. Nelson heads it in. And the keeper's able to grab it. They'll run up to the top of the box and punt it away. Ball sent in the middle of the field. Youngberg's there, heads it forward. Nobody there for the Cougars, and Aurora steals. Youngberg steps back in, and Calandro comes into play. Plays it ahead to Clevenger. Clevenger receives it, carries wide, sends Nelson down the line, or into the middle actually is what that was, but Nelson was offside. See if we can see that on replay. Oh man, that was so close. Nelson just leaked out. All right, free kick for the Hound Dogs. Restart a play into the middle. Ball sent through again by Aurora. And this time Youngberg's back to win it easily. Yeah, they're just going to have to give up that offside trap and play that cover middle. Aurora at the top of the box. Clevenger defending. Big wind gust coming in up here. And foul called on the Hound Dogs. That's a free kick for the Cougars. Ball sent into the middle. Hound Dogs headed up into the air. Haley challenges. Hunter's there also. Ball sent down the near sideline. Beatty steps in. Back into the middle. Calandro sends it forward. Nelson's on. If he can get to it, goalie comes out and wins the battle. And that will be, the goalie will have it to punt it away. He's going to punt it to the middle of the field, top spinning ball. Aurora gets the first touch. Offside is the call. If the ref notices, it's stolen by the Cougars. The ref still has his flag up as Clevenger sends it over to Schumacher. Schumacher gets the edge into the box. Schumacher setting up for the shot and gets tackled. And corner kick is the result. As that pressure's coming, it would have been probably better for Schumacher to take a touch back to the corner and then take the shot with his right foot. Instead, he let that defense collapse on him. And corner kick for the Cougars. I'm right in that pole. Ball sent in off of Dow's backside and cleared away by the Hound Dogs. Hound Dogs win the 50-50 in the middle of the field. Play it up ahead. Beatty's over there to pressure ball. Beatty steps in and steals. Sends it down the line on the near side. Back into possession for the Hound Dogs. Again, Calandra's able to dislodge the ball to Clevenger. Clevenger carrying middle. Clevenger tries to play it through, deflected away by the Hound Dogs. Shot from distance, and that's well over the goal. And goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart sets up to take the goal kick as Youngberg walks back. Looks like Youngberg's going to take it. Youngberg driving ball into the middle of the field. It gets over the first line. Dow's there to settle. Stolen away in the middle. Clevenger challenges for the ball. Clevenger gets a touch on it, gets around, gets position, and is able to make the turn. The Aurora was able to tackle, but sent back to possession. Good through ball by Nelson to Dow. Dow's up ahead into the box. Dow's holding up play, looking for his options. Tries to make a move to the end line, and Aurora knocks it away. Throw in for the Cougars. Dow will hustle over to get the throw in. Take a look at this play again, right on that pole. Dow tried to set up that nutmeg. Aurora's looking to make a sub, I believe. Ref's discussing something with Dow. I'm not sure what it is. But we will restart play now. Nelson takes a throw in, drops it back to Clevenger. Clevenger has space and plays it over to Youngberg. Youngberg comes in, makes a good touch to Clevenger with some space in the middle. Clevenger shoots it from 35, deflection. Schumacher hustles the ball, gets there on the challenge with the goalie. It's still loose as Aurora is able to take it to the far side. Schumacher still in front, defending on ball. Schumacher gets a touch on it, still in Aurora's possession. Schumacher's able to steal, drops it back to Clevenger. Clevenger into the middle for Dow. Dow settles. Plays it wide to Nelson. Nelson's on, takes the shot, and just didn't get enough on it. sent the last one over the goal, so try to be a little more careful on this one, I would suppose, and just didn't get a good enough strike, rolled it into the keeper. Topspin ball into the middle of the field. Hamlin's there in the middle. Clevenger wins the ball. Clevenger sends Schumacher wide. Aurora gets there first and sends it back to the far side. Clevenger gets there and sends it back to Schumacher on the far side. Schumacher has time. In possession, makes the move, gets to the end line. Still on it, and stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Looks like Schumacher's going to have plenty of opportunities on that right wing if he can put a shot on frame. Youngberg steps in and deflects. Aurora still on the ball. Bowman steps in and have to track back. Ball sent into the top. It looked like maybe they were off, but no flag, and ball goes to the near side. Beatty in front. Aurora still on the ball, sent into the box, and Stewart has to dive to make the save. Stewart punts it away to the middle of the field. Ball bounces in the air. Schumacher gets there for the head into Kigger's space, and Aurora's going to play the ball out of the box as Schumacher pressures. Sent down the far side. Clevenger's there to win it. Clevenger sends it across, and goalie does a good job getting in the air to make the save. 16 minutes left to play here in the first half. Tie score 1-1. Punted away to the middle. Aurora's able to settle. Hamlin steps in. Aurora's turn, makes the turn. Played through again. Youngberg comes over. Youngberg wins possession and carries it to the near side, gets to the edge. Still on the ball. Ball dislodged, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Nelson throws it into Dahl in the middle. Dahl steps in as Aurora challenges and is able to clear. Beatty's there. Beatty with the heavy touch into the middle, and Hound Dogs clear. Calandro punts it high into the air. Dahl gets the slide tackle, and it's called for the foul. They're playing advantage, I guess. And then gave it to him after it didn't materialize. Hamlin on the ball in the middle of the field. Poked through again by Aurora. Up ahead, Beatty's able to get back. Big collision, and actually foul called on Aurora. Good job by Beatty defending there. Beatty and Calandro will go to their positions as Youngberg sets up to take the free kick. Youngberg driving ball to the near side. Nelson chases down the line. It's going to go all the way out of bounds. Throw in for the Hound Dogs, it looks like. Nelson wanted something. Not sure what it was. I think he was saying he was held. Oh, and they're going to give him the free kick. Nelson should take the quick restart here. He's going to let Youngberg come down and take it. Youngberg plays a low ball in, cleared away by the Hound Dogs. Youngberg back to the ball, carries it off his chest, and loses his feet. Will draw the foul, and a free kick outside the box from about 15 yards out, it looks like. Right call. Youngberg will come down again for a free kick. This one he can put on goal if he wants. Backside has Clevenger, Schumacher, and Hamlin. Dowell's going to creep in there also. Youngberg sends it across. Clevenger tries to bicycle kick it. It goes up in the air to the far side, and the Hound Dogs are able to get on top of it. Played into the middle on the far side. Bowman steps in. Bowman sends it wide to Clevenger. And subs coming in the game for both teams. Zach Hunter subbing off for Edgar Nito. And I'm fighting some wind gusts up here with my canopy. Ball deflected off the Hound Dogs. Another throw in for the Cougars. Sent across the box. Nito's there. Gets a touch. Aurora's able to clear. Dowell's there. Dowell over to Youngberg. Youngberg gets the edge. Cuts it back. Takes the shot. Looked like he had space to attack the goal there, but took the shot with his left and sends it over. Yeah, maybe one more touch there to get back to his right foot would have been advisable. Goal kick, sent in the middle of the field. Youngberg wins the first touch. Nelson and Dowell trying to 1-2, stolen away. Nato comes back to the ball, plays it. Aurora steals and plays it to the middle. Another through ball. Again, the Cougars' high line is getting exposed. And out of bounds for a throw-in for the Cougars. Youngberg on the near side, tries to carry around the defender, still in play, and out of bounds, throw in for the Cougars. Nato makes the run on the diagonal down the line. Youngberg throws it in, headed away by Aurora. Aurora in possession as Hamlin comes back. Hamlin, good job using his body. Calandro tries to clear. Aurora puts it back in. Bowman gets a touch. Played to the far side as Schumacher chases back for it. Schumacher on the ball, gets deflected, and throw in for the Hound Dogs. Ball put into play. Schumacher headed back to possession for the Hound Dogs. Hound Dogs on the far side. Send into the top of the box. And Beatty gets up in the air and clears it with his head. Aurora back on the ball. Into the box, and Stewart's there for the save. 9 minutes left. Whistle is blown. I'm actually not sure what the call is. Let me see if I can go back and see. They are awarding a penalty kick. As we look at this and replay one more time. Penalty kick for the Hound Dogs. Goal is good, and the Hound Dogs take a 2-1 lead. Eight minutes left in the first half. The Cougars need to figure out how to defend on the back line as they are unnecessarily giving up through balls over and over again. Tired legs, a good way to adjust that is just to play a sweeper. Give yourself a backup at the stacked center back roll. All right, we're back to action here as Clevenger plays it wide, stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Clevenger's there to shape it and turn, plays it into the middle as Hamlin's there. Hamlin turns with it, plays it over to Schumacher, who sends it into Youngberg. Youngberg across for NATO, and good job by the keeper stepping up and making the save. Just a little too deep. And punt away to the near side. Beatty's to the ball to Clevenger. Clevenger switches the field to Schumacher with some room. Schumacher's getting challenged from behind. Tries to play it through to Youngberg. Youngberg gets to it, cuts it back into the box. Youngberg's still on it, takes the shot, and sends it over the goal. Good move by Youngberg to win that battle. Gets through two defenders, but just chips it over the keeper's head. Goal kick by the Hound Dogs. Clevenger wins the header, plays it over to Youngberg. Youngberg tries to play it wide, but behind NATO, and Aurora steals down the near side. Goes out of bounds off of the Cougars. It will stay Hound Dogs ball. Throw in over the top of Beatty. Hound Dogs in possession. Calandro defending in front. Calandro steps in and makes the steal. Gets it up to Beatty, and foul is called. I'm sorry, to NATO, but foul is called. Take a look at that in replay as Calandro gets called for the foul. Will be a free kick for the Hound Dogs. Hound Dogs send the ball in. Nelson's there to clear it away. Clevenger receives it, sends it all the way up, and deflected away by the Hound Dogs in the middle of the field. Stolen away again by Clevenger. Played through, again to nobody. And foul called on Dahl. Yellow card for Dahl, looks like. And Noah Haley will sub back in the game for the Cougars. 5 minutes left to play here in the first. Sent in by the Hound Dogs into the top of the box. It's loose. Fight for the ball. Shot off the post and goes out of play. Corner kick, looks like, is the setup. Looks like Bowman was the last one there. Ball sent in low. Nelson gets a touch and chases full speed. Nelson out on the run on the far side. Plays Haley down the line. Haley was checking back, though, and Haley will chase. Haley fights for possession, gets to it, gets it into the box, stolen back by the Hound Dogs. Played to the far side. Youngberg's there. Youngberg on the ball, looking for an option. Cuts it back into the middle. Plays it across the field to NATO. NATO gets there. tries to chop it back, deflected by the hound dog, still in possession, and knocked away by Aurora. Throw in for the Cougars. Looks like I lost you on the frame there. Throw into Clevenger. Clevenger looking to switch the field, sends it into the box, and Aurora's there to clear. Carries up the field. Clevenger turns, gets into the middle, looking for his options, and Aurora's able to step in and deflect the ball. Youngberg back, switches it over to the far side for Schumacher. Schumacher carries wide, sends it across the box. Goalie comes out, deflects it, and great job by the keeper to get on top of that as Nato was coming in on the attack. Restart of play. Aurora plays it all the way to the far side. Bowman chases back for it, and it goes out of play. Throw in for the Cougars. 2:30 left to play here in the first. Bowman inbounds to Schumacher, tries to make the turn. Hound Dogs steals. Schumacher deflects it into the middle for Clevenger. Hound Dogs back on the ball. Slide tackle on Youngberg, and the ball goes out of bounds, it looks like. Throw in called for Aurora. Okay, he may just be running a solid clock rather than stopping on goals. That may be why my time's off, but that he just did blow the horn for the first half. So after one, College Tide's trailing 2-1. Put some time on the halftime clock here. And I'll go to audio silence here as we do a first half recap with some replays. All right, guys, we are back, ready to start the second half. Hound Dogs have a 2-1 lead on the Cougars. Cougars did have the wind in the first half, so Cougars will be playing against the wind this second half. See if they make some changes to the lineup. Looks like they put Clevenger on the far left, Beatty on the far right as wings, and Nelson and Schumacher in the middle. Restart of play for the second half. Dow plays it to Nelson. Back to Calandro. Bowman's on the near side, right back. Plays it down the line, stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Bowman's able to get back to it, fight for possession. Nelson steps in and steals with space. Plays it up ahead to Youngberg, but he's offside. And some big wind gusts coming through as we sit here. Be a free kick for the Hound Dogs. Ball played in the middle. Calandro's able to clear with his left. Youngberg's there on the ball, carries to some space, leaves it for Nelson, who plays it back through, up ahead. Hound Dogs get there first. Youngberg chases and gets taken out. Out of bounds, thrown for the Cougars. Youngberg quickly back to his feet as Beatty comes down to take the throw in. Gives it to Youngberg, makes the move to the edge, sends it across the box. Clevenger tries to get to a Schumacher with his left to Boney. Beatty steps across. Nelson leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher gets in, and the Hound Dogs are able to poke it away again. Nelson steps in again and steals. Again over to Schumacher, deflected away. Ball played through again as Calandro chases back and wins the challenge. And again, the back line playing a tight offside trap for no apparent reason. Ball entered in. Hound Dogs into the middle of the field. Take the shot with his left and sends it over the goal. That'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Cougars are really dragging, second game of the day. Calandro's back to take the kick. Plays it high into the air to the far side. Clevenger's there, heads it to the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher's able to settle it into space. Plays it through for Clevenger to run under on the far side. Clevenger gets a touch, carrying down the line. Tries to cut it back, but the Hound Dogs are there to steal it away. Clevenger fights back for possession. Good ball to the far side by the Hound Dogs. Carrying up the line. Sent through. And Calandro tries to defend, gets beat, shot on goal, and goes over. And deflection, so corner kick for the Hound Dogs. The Cougars just have no gas left on the back line, and it's understandable. They've had to chase back so many times, but they just need to keep the play in front of them, give them a 5-yard cushion, let them receive the ball instead of trying to play this offside trap. Hound Dogs only have 5 committed to the box. Everyone else is back in the circle at midfield. Ball sent in. Sawkins is able to clear with his left. Sent back into the keeper Stewart for the save. He runs out to the near side and throws it out to Youngberg. Youngberg has some room, drops it back to Bowman. Bowman plays it through with his left, deflected by the Hound Dogs. Gets it up ahead to Beatty. Still in play. Settled in the middle of the field. Beatty's going to pressure ball as the Hound Dogs drop. Boney comes in and gets a deflection, and he draws the foul. That'll be a free kick for the Cougars, it looks like. Nelson comes over to take the free kick. Clevenger pushing up on the far side. Youngberg's actually going to take it for the Cougars. Youngberg drives it into the far side for Clevenger. Clevenger gets up in the air, and the Hound Dogs clear it away. Back into the middle of the field. Sawkins comes over and plays it with his left down the line, out of play, throw in for the Hound Dogs. Ball back into play. Dow plays it up ahead to Clevenger. Clevenger makes a move on the far side, looks for his option, sends it across to Nelson. Nelson tries to settle with his chest, and the Hound Dogs are able to clear. Schumacher chases back for the ball. He's able to make the turn. Ball over to Youngberg. Youngberg tries to 1-2 it to Schumacher. Stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Another through ball as Calandro chases back. Beatty comes in and gets the tackle. Is called for the foul. And free kick for the Hound Dogs. Left-footed kick into the box. Flanders there to head it down. Sawkins comes over to challenge and clear. Hound Dogs come in for the one touch. Deflected away into the middle, top of the box. Calandro tries to head it away. Hound Dog player settles it down and turns the corner. And good job by Calandro coming in and clearing that away. That's going to be a corner kick for Aurora. Ball played back. Cougars defenders were holding them on side, and he can't control it. So, goal kick for the Cougars. Aurora leading 2-1. This is a important win for the Cougars. They need to come back and finish this game strong. 32 minutes left to play. They are against the wind now here in the second half. Calandro with a good kick into the middle of the field. Boney comes back. Hound Dogs get it and play it forward. Dow steps in, gets position, and it's called for the foul. And free kick for the Hound Dogs. Left-footed kick into the box. Looks like he might have been offside, but Stewart's there to grab it. Oh no, the weak side was keeping him on. Back to live action. Throw in for Aurora after the substitutions. Bowman's there, leaves it for Beatty. It's number 20, Logan Strong, for the Hound Dogs. Youngberg in the middle, plays it over to Schumacher. Schumacher gets there and wins the battle. Plays it through to Clevenger. Clevenger is on. Oh, flag goes up. Let's take a look at that again. Sure looks like he was off. And the matchup on the other field for the championship, Greenwood versus Cassville. 33 minutes left to play in that game. Cassville just took a 2-0 lead on Greenwood. Restart of play on this side. Aurora plays it into the middle. Boney's up top, challenging the ball. Sent wide as Clevenger chases. And offside call on the Hound Dogs. Free kick for the Cougars. See if you can see this offside. These calls are always so hard to get right. Restart of play for Calandro. Calandro sends it all the way in. Won by the Hound Dogs. Ball in the middle of the field. Schumacher's pressuring. Calandro gets a touch, plays it up to Nelson with some space. Nelson tries to play it through, deflected away. Beatty gets over to the near side to win it. Beatty carries down the line, gets tackled from behind, and draws the foul. Free kick for Nelson sent in, and goalie's there to receive it. Punt back to the middle of the field. Calandro comes up to pressure. Dow steps in. Dow pokes it through and cleared away by the Hound Dogs. Sawkins on the far side. Settles. Plays it down the line to Clevenger. Clevenger with a good settle out of the air. Clevenger to the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher has some room in front. Chips it over for Nelson. Nelson still loose. Boney gets a touch on it. And it goes in for the goal. Cougars score. Tie game. 2-2. Take a look at back at this on replay. Crazy play. As well, where is it? Did I not get it? Well, apparently my replay didn't work on that one. Sorry about that, but I'm sure if you're watching on the live stream, you can rewind it. Ball played ahead. Looked like he might have been off. And Calandro, good job defending. No, he got the advantage after the kick was made, so that's the right call. All right, 2-2 the score. Dow sends it to the far side for Beatty. So I'm sorry, to the near side for Beatty. Up to Nelson. Nelson looking at his options. Plays it to Beatty on the run. Back to Nelson. Nelson gets in, takes the shot, and just can't get anything on it. And that'll be a goal kick for the Hound Dogs. See what happened here. Yeah, he got to the ball, just mishit. All right, I think we've got about 26:30 left because I got the restart going a little bit late. But goal kick for the Hound Dogs, 2-2 game. Dawkins does a nice job stepping in, getting up to Clevenger. Clevenger carries to the middle, plays it wide to Beatty. Beatty gets over to the ball, looking at his options, cuts it back. Hound Dogs pressuring. Beatty gets back to the ball on the end line, sends it across. It's loose. And good job by the keeper to pick that up. Ball into the middle of the field. Dahl steals it, gives it to Schumacher to turn. Schumacher gets it cleared by the Hound Dogs. Back in Clevenger back into the middle. I'm sorry, Calandra back into the middle for Youngberg. Youngberg leaves it out wide for Clevenger. Clevenger gets the edge, looking to cut it back. Clevenger back across the box, drops it to Youngberg. Youngberg sends it in to Beatty on the far side. Drop back by the Hound Dogs. Over to the near side as Bowman chases. All the way down the line as somehow Calandra is now behind the ball. And throw in for the Hound Dogs. I guess Calandra was trying to force him to go to the sideline. Deny the middle. Throw in for the Hound Dogs. Into the top of the box. Sawkins is able to clear. Into the middle for Nelson with plenty of room. Nelson turns. Plays Clevenger through on the far side. Clevenger chases back. And the Hound Dogs get to it. Ball played wide and off of the Hound Dogs, throwing for the Cougars. Clevenger over for the throw in to Schumacher. Schumacher on the ball. Plays it to Beatty. Bowman steps in and dislodges the ball. That'll be a deflection off the Hound Dogs, throwing for the Cougars. Subs coming in the game for the Hound Dogs. Just one sub, it looks like. Nelson waits to make the throw in. Nelson into the top of the box for Hamlin. Hamlin's there to receive it. Keeps it in bounds. Drops it back for Beatty. Beatty and Hamlin on the ball. Hamlin sends it across, deflected away by Aurora, and that will be a corner kick for the Cougars. 2-2 game. Youngberg comes down to take the corner. Youngberg plays a high ball into the box. Clevenger and Dahl both get up in the air. Nelson's got a touch on it. Schumacher takes the strike and scores it for the goal. See if we can take a look back at that on replay. Off the corner, goes over everybody. Nelson heads it into play, gets cleared. Schumacher sets up and strikes and puts it in the left corner to take the lead. Schumacher's first goal of the year for the Cougars. We're ready to restart play. Cougars 2 goals in this half to take the 3-2 lead. Ball played to the far side. Sawkins tries to keep it in, but out of bounds, throwing for the Hound Dogs. Ball played through. Stewart was back on his line and was able to get up and get to it as the Cougars back line shields. Stewart punts it away to the near side, loses it off the side of his foot. Throw in now for the Hound Dogs after some subs. Clock running, let's say somewhere around 21 minutes. I might be a little bit long on my clock as we don't have a scoreboard clock. So he's not telling us when he's stopping it. Youngberg pressuring the ball, number 20, Logan Strong on the ball for the Hound Dogs. Plays it down the near side. Bowman defending. And Bowman, good job defending, cuts it off the Hound Dogs throwing for the Cougars. Bowman throw into the middle. Cleared to the middle. Schumacher wins it. Schumacher has some room in front. Sends it over to Clevenger. Clevenger tracks it back to the middle. Clevenger looking to set up a shot. Plays a through ball to Hamlin. Hamlin takes the shot. Deflected away as Nelson comes over to receive it. Nelson drops it, but off the mark for Youngberg. And the Cougars have to chase. Boney back to the ball. Calandro getting his workout in. Sends it down the line. Stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Stewart comes up this time and is able to grab it. Stewart from the top of the box. Good ball in the middle. Boney tries to settle with his chest. Schumacher comes over and wins it. Tries to play it through, deflected by the Hound Dogs. Ball in the middle with some space. Schumacher challenges back. Calandro steps up. Bowman steps in and clears. And a big gust of wind coming through as I try to hold on to everything here. Good through ball into the box for the Hound Dogs. Deflected off of the Cougars. I think that was Dial that deflected it. That'll be a corner kick for the Hound Dogs. Ball sent in. Boney deflects it off of his shoulder. Back to the Hound Dogs. Clevenger defending, sent across. And that's a goal for Aurora. It looked like it went. Let's see if we can see this on the. Went right through the net. The refs are now going to discuss. Boy, it didn't look from my angle like it went in, but I can't tell on replay whether it actually went in or not, but the refs have ruled it a goal. Tie game now, 3-3. Restart of play. Around 18 minutes left in the game. Youngberg down the line to Nelson. Nelson using his body to get position. Stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Nelson regains possession, drops it to Youngberg. Youngberg plays it back down the line for Nelson to run under. Fight for possession as the Hound Dogs send it back to the middle. Hound Dogs are able to send it to the near side. Youngberg steps in, dislodges the ball, but back to the Hound Dogs. Calandro makes a good touch down the line. That's going to go out of bounds, throwing for the Hound Dogs. Game tied at 3 in this tournament, it does go to automatic PKs if it's a tie game after regulation. Good ball sent in by the Hound Dogs. Sawkins gets back, shielding the ball. Tries to make the turn. Hound Dogs steal. Schumacher challenges back. Hound Dogs touch into the box, and Calandra's able to clear. Boney comes over to challenge the ball. Hound Dogs send it in. Dahl settles. Back into the box, and Stewart's there to grab it. Stewart punts it up the field to Hamlin. Youngberg steals and sends it down the line up for Nelson. Nelson has the goalie out of the box. He wins the first position and scores it for the Cougars. And the Cougars take a 4-3 lead. Nelson's second goal of the game. Nelson beat the goalie. Goalie came out of the box to make that challenge. Nelson got past him and then had an open goal to finish. Clevenger comes back in the game on the right side. Restart a play. Aurora on the ball. Ball lost to the back line as Dahl chases back and plays it wide. Played up to Bowman. Deflected into the air, and that will go out of bounds. Throw in for the Cougars. Clevenger will come over to chase the ball to do the throw in. Over on the Cassville Greenwood game, Cassville's now leading 3-0. Throw in into the middle of the field. Aurora first to touch. Schumacher steals and drops to Dahl. Dahl settles and chips it back into the middle for Boney. Boney settles and tries to turn, still on the ball. Leaves it for Schumacher, stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Youngberg steps in and steals, gets held from behind. And that will be a foul on the Hound Dogs. Youngberg restarts. Low ball in, deflected by the Hound Dogs. Sent down the line. Stewart's going to need to come up, and does, and plays it with his foot up to Youngberg. Youngberg leaves it for Bowman. Bowman chips it high into the air into the middle of the field for Schumacher. Back to the ball for the Hound Dogs as Schumacher chases back. That was a good through ball, but two Hound Dogs look to be offside on that run. And free kick for the Cougars. Dahl takes the free kick, plays a low ball into the middle of the field. Nobody's there for the Cougars, and the Hound Dogs settle. Stolen away by Clevenger. Clevenger on the near side cuts it in, looking for his option. Still on the ball. Clevenger holds up play, cuts it back, looking to get a shot on goal. Deflected off the Hound Dogs, and quick punt away for the keeper. All the way back to the back line for Dahl. Dahl to Sawkins, who plays it wide. And that's Beatty over there on the far side, I believe. Stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Carried all the way down the line as Sawkins comes up to pressure. Cut back into the middle to the top of the box. Shot taken and goes wide of the goal. Another goal kick for the Cougars. Oh, I'm sorry, it was deflected by the Cougars, so it's going to be a corner kick. This is number 20, Logan Strong. And Aurora sends it off frame. That will be a goal kick. Sub coming in the game for Aurora. Youngberg comes back to take the goal kick for the Cougars. Youngberg low ball in. Schumacher gets a touch. Stolen away by the Hound Dogs. Schumacher defending in front. Ball sent in. Calandro clears it high into the air. Nelson's there, heads it forward to Beatty to run under. Beatty plays it up to Nelson and Boney up top. And the Hound Dogs clear wide out of bounds. Beatty has the throw in. Throw in down the line to Nelson. Nelson shields to get position. Ball goes to the middle of the field and cleared away by the Hound Dogs. Sawkins steps in and gets a touch. Gets back to the ball, plays it with his left to Beatty. Beatty gives it to Schumacher with space. Schumacher tries to poke it through, still on the ball, and the Hound Dogs steal. Calandro steps up and gets it back to Youngberg. Youngberg fighting for possession. Youngberg tries to make the turn as Hound Dogs step in and steal. Bowman steps in and deflects as Calandro chases back. Tackle on the play. And let's see what the call is. Free kick for Aurora is the call. Chipped into the box. Stewart's there, and Stewart's able to get on top of it and control it. Stewart will hold at the top of the box, waiting for his team to reset. Punts it away. Clevenger tries to keep it in, but goes out. Hound Dog retake possession. Bowman clears the ball. Boney heads it back to Youngberg. Youngberg chips it high in the air over this defender and plays it down the line for Clevenger to run on. Clevenger's going to get there. One touch in. Boney and Nelson both chasing for the ball. Nelson loses his feet, gets back to it, takes the shot as the keeper comes out. Boney's there, and Boney scores, but he's offside. Flag is up. Let's take a look at this play. I'm not so sure about that call. No, I can't tell from this angle, but he needs to be onside when Nelson kicks it, and you can't really tell. Can't really tell from this angle, but the ref was right in line to make the call. So it'll be a goal kick for Aurora on the restart. I have the clock running. I haven't. The ref's not telling anyone to start or stop the clock, so I don't know what the official time is, but we're keeping it as close as we can to official time. Restart after the offside. Good ball sent to the middle of the field. Gets over everybody. Dow chases back and clears with his left out of play. And throw in for the Hound Dogs. Throw in, Schumacher steps in and steals. Schumacher gets to the middle, tries to send Nelson through, and he's on. Boney gets there first, plays it up to Nelson. Boney's still on the ball as Nelson left it because he was off. And throw in, quick restart by Clevenger to Nelson. Nelson drops it to Youngberg. Youngberg one touches it, and high in the air, keeper's there to bring it in. A little over 7 minutes to play. Ball bounces over the first line. Back into the middle of the field. Calandro sends it high in the air. Out of bounds and throw in for the Hound Dogs. Hound Dogs get a ball and put it back into play. Drop back to their back line as Beatty comes up to pressure. Ball in the middle of the field. Calandro steps in and clears it to the far side. Beatty over there on the far side gets to the ball. Carries down the line, sends it in with his left, deflected away by the Hound Dogs. Sawkins gets a touch into the middle. Back to the Hound Dogs' possession. Bowman loses his feet on the send in and gets back to it. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger turns and plays it through to Nelson. Nelson's on. Nelson has a wide open run as the Hound Dogs are trying to play the offside. And Nelson scores. Goal for the Cougars. Everyone from the Hound Dogs back line thought Nelson was off, and so they let him go. And Cougars take the lead 5-3. It was a big goal in these last minutes to play to have a 2-goal cushion now. Schumacher steps in and challenges and wins the challenge, draws the foul. Cougars will get a free kick. Oh, actually, they're saying free kick for Aurora. All right, free kick for Aurora. That's number 20, Logan Strong on the ball. Sends the ball on frame. Stewart's there and reads the hop and makes the save. Stewart punts away from the top of the box. Top spin ball. First touch by the Hound Dogs. Youngberg's able to track back and win it. Carries it to the near side wide. Cuts it back with some room. Good move by Youngberg. Getting into some space. Plays the ball through, and Clevenger is off. Oh, he just leaked off early, but it actually looked like the backside defender was holding him on, but at this angle it's just hard to tell for sure. Ball sent into the top. It gets over everybody. Stewart's there to corral it. Around 4 minutes left to play. Stewart punts it up ahead to the near side. Calandro steps in, chips it back to the middle. Nelson's able to win it. Nelson drops back to Schumacher. Schumacher chips it ahead for Nelson to run under. Maybe Clevenger. Clevenger on the near side gets it. Heavy touch. Clevenger will chase it down to the corner. Gets there before the goalie can. Goalie's out of the box. as Clevenger circles back around. Clevenger back in as Schumacher makes the run. Schumacher mistouches and tracks back. Schumacher's back in possession. Great ball in by Clevenger. Schumacher just got to lock down on that with his eyes and strike that ball. And okay, that's the game. So apparently went a straight 40 minutes. I was stopping on goals and he apparently wasn't, so we'll call it a game. Final score, College Heights 5, Aurora 3. Good win for the Cougars. They really needed that win today, playing without Anredder and Peregrine. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll send you through some replays here as we wrap things up.